If you ever wonder what truly hurts, what cuts deeper than anything else, you might hear 100 answers: losing someone you love, betrayal, silence, distance, promises broken. But the truth is, the deepest pain often comes from someone you trust the most, someone who is supposed to protect your heart, someone who is meant to make life easier but ends up being the reason for your tears. Sometimes the pain isn't loud or dramatic. It comes quietly, day after day, in the little moments you never notice until it's too late. This is the story of Ryan and Emily, a story about love, mistakes, regret, and the quiet heartbreak of ordinary life. Ryan and Emily met on an ordinary Monday morning. It wasn't cinematic, there was no rain-soaked street, no background music, no grand encounter. Just a busy coffee shop, the smell of espresso, the chatter of morning commuters, and two lives about to collide. Emily was staring at her laptop, lost in her thoughts. Ryan was fumbling with his coffee, half awake, scrolling through emails he didn't want to read. He accidentally bumped her chair while moving his bag. She looked up, annoyed, but paused when she saw his apologetic smile. She didn't smile back, and that made him want to know her more. From the start, they were opposites. Ryan talked too much, Emily spoke just enough. Ryan trusted quickly, Emily held her walls high. Ryan believed love was simple, Emily believed love was earned and fragile. Perhaps it was this balance that drew them together. Their first date lasted 7 hours. Not because they planned it, but because neither wanted to leave. They talked about everything: childhood fears, abandoned dreams, regrets, the little things that shape a person. Emily listened patiently, and Ryan opened up in ways he never had before. For that night, it felt as if the world had paused, and both of them felt truly seen. Within a year, they were married. A small backyard wedding, fairy lights, family and friends, no grand speeches, no expensive decor. To them, the marriage itself was the dream. They promised each other simple things: listen, stay, forgive, try, love, choose each other every day. For the first 2 years, those promises held. Life wasn't glamorous, but it was enough. Nights spent holding hands, laughing until they cried, arguing over trivial things, crying until they laughed again. Life was ordinary, but love was real. Then life began to shift. Ryan's work became demanding, Emily's anxiety grew. Missed dates, delayed calls, short answers, the tone of silence growing heavier. Pain has a quiet way of spreading when it isn't spoken about. One night, after a long argument neither remembered how it started, Emily whispered, "I feel like I'm married to a stranger." Ryan, exhausted, said softly, "I feel like no matter what I do, it's never enough for you." And then came the silence, the kind that breaks you without words. They didn't separate, didn't divorce, didn't cheat. They drifted, slowly, quietly, painfully. Not because they stopped loving each other, but because life made them forget how to love each other. Then came the news that would change everything: Emily was pregnant. Ryan cried when she told him, overwhelmed with joy. Emily, however, felt fear, deep and paralyzing. Their marriage was fragile, life uncertain, and bringing a child into that chaos terrified her. Pregnancy changed her in ways neither expected. Hormones, emotions, and anxieties intensified. She withdrew, cried silently, sometimes for hours. Ryan, desperate to help, felt helpless instead. Every symptom, every small discomfort, every sigh sent him spiraling into worry. He tried to protect, to reassure, to fix, but nothing worked. Both were hurting, both were scared, both were trying and failing at the same time. Then tragedy struck. In the 7th month, Emily miscarried. The world stopped. She blamed herself. He blamed himself. Grief doesn't care about logic. It only breaks you where you are weakest. For weeks, Emily barely spoke, barely ate, barely slept. Ryan stayed by her side, begging her to say something, anything. But grief had sealed her away. Slowly, with therapy, counseling, and support from friends and family, they tried to rebuild. Ryan cut back hours at work. Emily learned to express her fears before they festered. Every day became a choice to try again. Love had to be rebuilt, slowly, like a broken vase glued back together. Cracks remained, but they tried to ignore them. Then came Ryan's heart condition. Stress-related, serious, life-threatening. He collapsed at work. Hospital lights, fear, the doctor's stern voice. Surgery was urgent, outcome uncertain. Emily held his hand, whispered apologies he couldn't hear, made promises she wasn't sure she could keep. Hours passed. Finally, the doctor emerged. Ryan didn't make it. Emily returned to their home, quiet, empty. His mug on the counter, his clothes in the closet, his shoes by the door, his handwriting on the fridge. His scent lingered in the pillow. She could not speak, could not sleep, could not breathe the same way. For months, she simply existed. Then she found a letter in his drawer, written in his familiar handwriting. If you're reading this, it means I didn't get the chance to say goodbye. Our love wasn't perfect, but it was real. We hurt each other, but we also healed each other. We broke, but we always tried to rebuild. If life gave me 1,000 chances, I would choose you every single time. Don't waste your life grieving me. Love again, live again, smile again. Remember me in the good moments. And remember, we promised to choose each other every day. So even now, even from here, I choose you. Always, Ryan. Emily read until her tears ran dry. It didn't erase the pain, didn't change the past. But it reminded her that love doesn't die with a heartbeat. It stays in memories, in promises, in every breath. She learned to live again. Not because the pain disappeared, but because Ryan left her hope. Life is never easy. Marriage is never perfect. People make mistakes, hurt the ones they love, fail. But if you don't give up, if you keep choosing each other, love can survive even the darkest moments. This story reminds us, silence, pride, and fear can break relationships. Understanding, patience, and effort can rebuild them, even after life seems unbearable. If this story touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe to Real Life USA Stories. Every heart has a story, every story deserves to be heard.